Brethren, greetings. The time is just after 11:30, just towards midnight, and busy day today. Started morning. I think the day started just around 5 o'clock. Not rested. Been very tiring, I think. But all the books, as per budget, are now here. This is the great controversy. This will be just over 3,000 books collected today. And
let the gospel message ring through our churches, summoning them to universal action. Let the members of the church have increased faith, gaining zeal from their unseen heavenly allies, from a knowledge of their exhaustless resources, from the greatness of the enterprise in which they are engaged, and from the power of their leader. Putting on the armor of heaven, they will go forth to the warfare, willing to do and dare for God, knowing that His omnipotence will supply their need. Let us arouse. The battle is raging. Truth and error are nearing their final conflict. Let us march under the blood-stained banner of Prince Emmanuel and fight the good fight of faith and win eternal honors. For the truth will triumph, and we may be more than conquerors through Him who has loved us. The precious hours of probation are closing. Let us make sure work for eternal life, that we may glorify our Heavenly Father and be the means of saving souls for whom Christ died. That we are standing upon the very verge of the eternal world, holding the truths we do, having so great light, so important a work, we must double our diligence. Everyone is to do to the very utmost of his ability. My brother, you endanger your own salvation if you hold back now. God will call you to account if you fail in the work He has assigned you. Eternity stretches before us. The curtain is about to be lifted. What are we thinking of that we cling to our selfish love of ease while all around us souls are perishing? Have our hearts become utterly callous? Can we not see and understand that we have a work to do in behalf of others? My brethren and sisters, are you among those who having eyes see not and having ears hear not? Is it in vain that God has given you a knowledge of His will? Is it in vain that He has sent you warning after warning of the nearness of the end? Do you believe the declaration of His Word concerning what is coming upon the world? Do you believe that God's judgments are hanging over the inhabitants of the earth? How then can you sit at ease, careless and indifferent? The work is fast closing up, and on every side wickedness is increasing. We have but a short time in which to work. Let us awake from spiritual slumber and consecrate all that we have and are to the Lord. His Spirit will abide with true missionaries, furnishing them with power for service. Wake up, brethren and sisters, wake up. Sleep no longer. Why stand ye here all the day idle? Jesus calls you, saying, Go work today in my vineyard. Whoever has received the Holy Spirit will make it manifest, for all His powers will be employed in the most active service. All who actually receive Christ by faith work. They feel the burden of souls. God now calls upon everyone who has a knowledge of the truth, who is a depositary of sacred truth, to arise and impart the light of heaven to others. Wake up, brethren, for your own soul's sake. Wake up. Without the grace of Christ you can do nothing. Work while you can. If our eyes could be opened to discern the fallen angels at work with those who feel at ease and consider themselves safe, we would not feel so secure. Evil angels are upon our track every moment. God calls upon all, both preachers and people, to awake. All heaven is astir. The scenes of earth's history are fast closing. We are amid the perils of the last days. Greater perils are before us. The Lord of heaven and earth expects His church to arouse to action as never before.
Brethren, greetings. The time is just after 11:30, just towards midnight, and busy day today. Started morning. I think the day started just around 5 o'clock, not rested. Been very tiring. I think most of the loading I've had to do by myself. But brethren are busy. It's in midweek. It's very hard to catch the brethren when you do things midweek. Yeah, but all the books as per budget are now here. This is the Great Controversy. This will be just over 3,000 books collected today, and the other Great Controversy remnant was done the other day. Ministry of Healing done the other day, and now we have got also this powerful book, Steps to Christ, and we have got 20,000 pieces. One on my left here, and the other one right behind. And all in all, just a little over 20,000 books. These numbers may sound rather incredible, but basically, using the benchmark that we have had over the last 4 years at least, we've been averaging 1,000 books a week, and the strategy is we will have at the moment 5 groups go to 5 major cities in Scotland, and that is London, Glasgow, Edinburgh, and Aberdeen, Paisley, then Dundee. Those are the 5 places that we have earmarked, not because we are lacking in ambition, but we are only lacking in resources. Financial resources are still needed. We've got a couple of weeks. Today, the date is what, 10th? Is it? Today is the 10th. So we have got about 20 days plus, maybe 23 days before we start this mission on the 4th of August. And it's not too late to donate to this cause. We are going to be needing more materials. Using the average of what materials are here, which is just over 11,000 in total, it simply means 5 groups will not need, we would need about a couple of days to finish this, assuming that the work will progress as quickly in Scotland as it has been in England, where we have based most of our work in the last 4 years. But we are excited. The work has begun. These books are going to be needing to be stamped. In other words, stickered, in order to have local contacts. It's very important that books are labeled so that people can contact us if they have got any questions, and also the stamps will lead them straight, if they choose to a WhatsApp group, Bible study group that we have started, and we, by God's grace, are going to be beefing it up. And all that costs a lot of money. This is why we talked about printing, because that would cut out all the money for printing labels, but also, most importantly, cut out the time and effort needed to sticker, to insert a label on every book. So right now we have chosen to actually ignore labeling the Steps to Christ, because it's otherwise very labor intensive, and we have got the labels here delivered. I think there's 30,000 in these little boxes. So every little box like this is 5,000 labels. I'll quickly show you what they look like. So these are the sticky labels, and the QR code in them. Sorry, I put them upside down. This QR code will direct people straight to WhatsApp Bible Study. And if you fancy to join it, you can also scan it even in this video, if it's scannable at all. But basically, these turn out to be very expensive, but also maybe fiddly. So in future, we're thinking, if we print the books, all this information, or the relevant information for the time, will be actually in the book, and contacts can be made, and we'll be more organized, winning souls for Christ. So those are some of the expenses, but while I'm on that point, if you are local-ish to us and you got time in the week, the work is here. All these books will need labeling, and if you are willing to volunteer to put labels, even if you are not going to Scotland, but you would like to put your hand on this, because the more people there are, the quicker we are going to go through them. So all the books, from the white boxes, the remnant books, the remnant Great Controversy, that is, the Harvest Time, Ministry of Healing, as well as this other Great Controversy from Harvest Time, all those will need labels, and these are just over 11,000, still reconciling, but yeah, just over 11,000 books. So that will be a lot of work, and these will also need either to be ferried to Scotland in these boxes by either a van, or we can palletize them, whichever one works more convenient. More convenient will be pallets, but whichever one works more cost effective, basically, is what we're going to go with. So we can palletize them and call a courier company to take them, or we'd have to carry them by hand. We've literally had to carry these by hand, and a bit thin on the ground. So this is behind the scenes work. Running a ministry like this takes quite a lot, time, effort, and commitment. So please come and help us. More hands on deck are needed, and God is calling for His minute men and minute women to come and work. Also, in order to vary this, we may, like I said, have to hire vans like the one that is outside, which is just brought the second consignment of the books in. Yes, I would like to say, for now, we have collected all the books and they're in, but that's just based on the budget that we've got. But like I said, we've freed up a period of 2 weeks, and these books technically could be finished in 2 days if we have 5 teams, 5 very strong teams, of a minimum of 5 and maybe an average 10, could easily go through 1,000 books, 1,500, which we have been doing very consistently, if the reception be the same in Scotland as it has been in England. So this is not a lot by any measure. Yes, we got quite a bit of steps to Christ, but normally we put these books in sets, and especially the Ministry of Healing will have to go with the Great Controversy. So where you are seeing, say, those just over 5,000 Ministry of Healing and maybe just over 6,000 of the Great Controversy, you're literally looking at one book, because the health message is the right hand of the gospel, and Sister White has recommended that we should address these issues all at the same time, because if you just address the health, they are missing out on the current affairs. As you saw, the Great Controversy made some bold predictions over 100 years ago. All of them have come true. But how have the puppet tyrants who have been chosen by the beast power, chosen to implement the mark of the beast, they are using manufactured health crisis, and the Ministry of Healing opens up and blows the whole thing, showing beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Bible can be trusted 100%, and that what God said to Adam in his diet, in his lifestyle, is basically the truth and nothing but the truth. And so much so, people who have followed the message of health as prescribed in this book, Ministry of Healing, in Loma Linda, California, one of 5 blue zones, are living outstripping us longevity-wise by at least an average 11 years. So this book would need to be accompanied by its other kindred book, which is even far more important, and that's a great controversy. These are the sort of books that's from the White Book box, and so far that's the stock we have got. We had promised that we would have a fantastic health magazine that has been given us by a brother who has made this fantastic magazine, but we can't have it at the moment because of budget issues. But this is what our table will be looking like. So people will have a choice of either the remnant book showing the mark of the beast and how America, the second beast, is mirroring the first beast, which is none other than the papal Vatican Rome. And this one is showing the universality of the message. It's a global struggle, the New World Order, and as reflected by the globe, the three angels, as well as the flags of the nations. So everything is quite deliberate and very informative. Yeah, and obviously we will have the steps to Christ. One of these have been slightly ruined. The box been a bit wet where they've been stored, but these are the Steps to Christ books. So that's the stock that we have. We are set to do some real effective work, but like I was saying, this is nowhere near enough. In fact, just while we are at nowhere near enough, our real goal, our real target is not just Scotland. The real mission is to preach the three angels' message, yea, the four angels' message, that the whole world, like Revelation 18 says, that the whole world may be lit with the light of the fourth angel, which is the message of righteousness by faith. So our target is not just Scotland, and our target is not just this measly effort. Thank you very much for those who have given. It's a lot of money, and we know that. But let's compare this work to the actual scale of the work. We have got 8.1 billion people in the whole world. This is a little less than a drop in the ocean in terms of the scale of the work that God would have us do. So I am appealing again to all of you brethren that we may make the best use of this time that we have taken off our jobs and all the vocations that we do, that we can go and do a work of real missionary in Scotland. May you dig deep again in your pockets. More and more of these materials are needed. Like I said, we are going almost lame in a sense. We don't have the magazines, which is a very effective tool to actually open people up to the health message. And this time around, we have had to go without it because of a limited budget. So consider the fact that very soon all our properties, all our houses are going to be taken away from us by the globalists and by especially the beast power, which is the papacy. These are going to be taken away. So and Sister White says they will come crushing on our heads if we don't use them for ministry. Prayerfully consider how you can support the ministry. Those who God is speaking to, God will let you know when it's time to sell and how much, and I quote from Sister White. And this is the time when we need to invest everything in the work of God. Just like Noah did not have any other interest outside of the ark. all his investments were inside the ark. And we have gotten to that time. The mark of the beast system is almost fully erected around us. There is no time to waste. There is no time to be adding land upon land, house to house. The time is ripe for us to consider others and to consider what the Lord has done and what the Lord would have us do in such a time as this. May God bless you as you pray for us, as you partner with us, as you have already provided all these materials, but also as you will consider giving even more, not just for the Scotland mission, like I said before, the mission is worldwide, but for the continued work and so that we can do the work of an effectual evangelist. May God bless you. We just thought maybe giving you some behind the scenes work might help the brethren to appreciate what is involved. This work was started by sacrifice by our pioneers, and it will definitely be finished by sacrifice. It's midnight. We've just finished unloading. Praise the Lord. Sometimes it's been worse. We've had to work all night, and sometimes people don't know these things do happen. But yeah, it's just midnight, I think, on the dot, 10 minutes to 12. Basically, we finished with this vehicle, and these are some of the vehicles that we are going to be needing, both in Scotland and also to ferry these books to Scotland, unless we use the couriers, as it were. And for this vehicle to run for us, this kind of vehicle to run for us, and we are going to be needing at least 2, depending on the group. And if there is more, we're going to be needing a Luton van and maybe a minibus. But such vehicles, the Luton and 9-seater minibuses, they don't have any in stock at the moment for Mo or these panel vans. They will cost us an average of 1,200 there or thereabout with fuel for the period of 2 weeks. It's not cheap change, and we are going to be needing at least a couple of these. So this work is very expensive, but such is the work of salvation. Christ died at an immense cost to the Father, and to the it was also at a very high risk. If only Satan had succeeded in making baby Jesus to sin once, we were done for. So the cost and the risk, immense. But such is the work of salvation. It's expensive, but it's free to us. And that's why we also are getting all these expensive materials and giving them to the world for free. Many years we have been admonished to sell them, but I think time is too far spent. We have been sitting as Adventists on these materials for far too long. We have got all these materials in our houses, which nobody is reading, not even us. We don't appreciate them. But the world is hungry and ready to receive the Advent message, and the world is ready to join in the loud cry of the fourth angel, which was started a long time ago, 1888, ignored by the powers that be, and now is to finish the work, and Christ will soon come. Thank you very much. Just delivering this vehicle where it is, and we'll be coming back. But yeah, this is the work. Just remove this from the back. Yes, I have to deliver this vehicle. Just delivering this vehicle back to source. Then we got another vehicle to our usual vehicle, which is not suitable for this task that we were doing. So it's expensive work, and we need to use the right tools for every job. May God bless you for all the support, and we, at least for now, we are going to have some rest. There are nights in the past where we have not been so privileged to have the rest, because sometimes we have to work throughout the night. But today, the Lord has blessed us. We have finished early enough. Thank you.